Hey, it's Ramsey Dewey over here in Shanghai, China. Today, let's address hundreds and hundreds of comments that I got recently from our friends over in Indonesia, asking me to comment on the recent scandal with famous, or perhaps now infamous, internet martial artist Chintya Candranaya. Chintya is a silat practitioner in Indonesia who gained a lot of fame on the internet by doing a bunch of stunts, many of which were outlandish. Now, a couple years ago, I made a video response to one of her videos that she put out titled Self-Defense Against a Gun. Now, I hadn't seen any of her videos up until that point, but a viewer recommended this video to me and said, hey, this does not look sound. This does not look safe. This does not look plausible. So I took a look at it, and he was 100% right. It was fake, 100% fake. So to recap that video, Chintya is standing with her back turned to her partner who is holding a gun, an air rifle, basically a BB gun. She can't see the gun. In front of Chintya is a bottle. What appears to happen to an untrained viewer is that Chintya is dodging the bullet, that she has this precognitive spider sense which allows her to dodge the bullet. But in reality, what happens, Chintya moves out of the way, and then her partner fires the gun at the bottle, breaking it. Ooh, yes, that's a difficult trick. No, not really. That's a pretty easy one to fool the feeble-minded. But fool them it did. Now, I took issue with that because, one, it's a lie. It's dishonest. Martial arts is a pursuit of the truth. Martial arts is the skill of fighting. Art means skill. It means being good at something. Martial means fighting. If you are a true martial artist, then you are truly good at the art of fighting. It's not arts and crafts. It is not the art of pretending. And it is not the art of lying to your viewers and those who trust you. So I took great issue with that. Lying is not self-defense. Lying will get you killed. So always be honest. Always be honest about who you are, what you are doing. Now, Chintya, sad to say, the lies did not stop there. And they didn't begin there either. So I dug a little deeper and realized that this young woman had videos where she is pretending to do magical feats, such as telekinesis. Yes, telekinesis. For example, breaking rocks without touching them, with invisible Hadouken fireballs, with her chi energy or something like that. Or bending a sword that her partner is pushing against a wall and with some clever editing, simple editing, is manipulated on screen. And then, of course, there is the infamous incident of kicking the pillars at a parking garage. So, yeah, man. Some Indonesian mixed martial artists went into depth on that. They made some excellent videos picking apart Chintya's claims at magical abilities. Many of these Indonesian YouTubers explain in thorough detail how the editing tricks were done. Yes, they are editing tricks. If you look very closely at Chintya, you will see she's very good at one thing in particular, which is pulling her punches and pulling her kicks. For example, a number of her popular videos involve her kicking and otherwise striking a gas tank like this, like a propane tank or a helium tank, okay? And maybe to a 5 or 6 year old that might impress them. They might think, oh, it's steel. That must hurt so bad. Yeah, it hurts about as bad as knocking on a door to say hello to your neighbors. So, if she actually kicked the corner of a load-bearing concrete pillar, that would have done a significant amount of damage more to her leg if she had put bad intentions in that than simply the little boo-boo on her toe, which I don't think she intended to get, but apparently she didn't pull that kick quite as good as she had hoped. So yes, these are some special effects. This woman has lied to us multiple times. She has lied to you. She has deceived you. In fact, all of the videos I have seen of her are, how shall we put this, fake. Fake rock breaking, fake magic tricks, fake magic powers, fake fight choreography. Yes, her sparring, quote-unquote sparring, that she has put up on her channel, which I was very interested to see, because anytime I take a look at a martial artist, I want to see, how do they spar? How do they move against someone who is not cooperating? But we didn't see that. I didn't see that. I saw fight choreography, not sparring. You notice all of the punches that she lands, or rather pulls, on her training partners, specifically her training partners, her stunt team. The guys you will see in all of her stunt videos are to the chest. Why? Because they're being nice to each other. So, yeah, man. What do I think about this whole ordeal? It's dumb, it's silly, it's a shame that people pretending to break things are overshadowing legitimate breaking world champions like my friend Red Chucks. Go check out his video. He recently did 2, not 1, but 2 world breaking tournaments where he actually broke construction grade concrete for real, stacks of them, with his fist. That might not sound super impressive to you because you've probably been fed a steady stream of misinformation about how bricks don't hit back. I'm going to tell you, before I got into MMA, I was way into breaking demos. I did a lot of them. And there are different grades of concrete. There's concrete that has a lot of sand in it and not as much cement, and then there's concrete that has more cement and less sand. So if you buy, for example, those patio tiles, those are the kind they use for these breaking demonstrations, from Lowe's hardware store, those things are construction grade. I still have a chunk of bone, a little chunk of bone I can feel floating around in my left elbow from a breaking demo I did with those concrete bricks from Lowe's hardware store. And our friend Red Chucks broke a stack of 8 of them with his fist. And these are much smaller, more fragile bones than this one, which is one of the hardest striking points on the human body. And that video got how many, like 50 views? And yet, when we have a complete work of fiction, a fabrication, a lie of this 90-pound girl pretending to break a load-bearing pillar in a parking garage, it gets how many views? Millions. Millions. She is profiting off of your gullibility. So, it's unfair, it's unjust. That is what lies do. They create injustice, that's the word I'm looking for. And that's unfortunate. So, go take a look at these videos from our friends in Indonesia who have been picking apart the lies, if you will. I don't want to spend a lot of time on that, but let's take a little look at some of these kicks which she is pulling. So she is essentially touching the pillar just barely. And this is a skill that many martial artists, and especially stuntmen, perfect. Now, in sparring, this is a very useful skill to be able to get very close and just touch the skin or touch the muscle, but not sink into the bone with a strike and then pull it away very quickly. And you see Chintya doing this with this load-bearing pillar. Otherwise, it would snap her leg in half and just... yeah, it would get ugly. No matter how much you condition your shins, this is not a feat that a human being, not the biggest, strongest, most durable human being, would be able to do. Those pillars were broken with a hammer. And you'll notice every time she throws one of these little snap kicks and pulls it in the After Effects post-production, they strike that particular place with a hammer, although on some of them they strike different places, which is kind of funny. It's also interesting how on the kicks specifically, they speed it up. You can see this from her hair flip, which is boom, boom, super fast. Faster than the force of gravity would make it move on planet Earth, and then it goes back to normal on the rebound. Anyway, it's a lie. It's all a stupid lie. I have made a number of videos which are quite popular on this channel where I debunk fraudulent self-defense claims. Because I know the internet will never lie to us. Let's try it again, Nils. All right, grab that, do that spinny thing. Oh. Or, in some cases, correct, incorrect, or less effective self-defense. Take Master Wong, for example. He made a few videos showcasing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques done less effectively. And that's a different situation. Like him or hate him, Master Wong doesn't lie to you. He doesn't lie to you. Now, his BJJ needs work. It does. But he is presenting to you, in his heart of hearts, what he believes is the truth, what he believes is effective. Okay. And that's a radically different thing than just straight up, willingly lying to you, as Chintya had done. So... man, let's be honest, my friends. Be honest about your abilities. Be honest about what you can do. If you don't have the answer, understand the best answer is the magic words, I don't know. But let's find out. Thanks for watching. Now get out there and train.